everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Lam. It's nice to see you, and now you can see me. This is the first time I show my face on YouTube, so this is a new experience for me. And the reason I am doing this introduction is because this is not a painting process video. This is actually a live session on Instagram. It's an art chat or an art jam if you call it. I did this live with my very good friend Archana. She is a wonderful, beautiful, talented artist, and we had such a good time talking about artistic journey, artistic inspiration, and good and bad art habits. So much of that is pertinent to fruit artists as well as any other forms of artists. So I think it is important for me to share it on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get to it.
So how are you?
I'm doing great. Just had dinner.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start our session.
Yes.
So I'm very happy that you are with me and you are with me with this initiative of building the artist community, which is very important now. And we will be doing different videos. So today, mostly we will be answering few questions which is asked by different people. So we will be giving our point of view, like what we think and what are the things we practice which can be helpful to other artists. So are you ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
So you can just introduce yourself, like you're from which part of USA, and you can let audience know like you're working currently from which place.
Okay, my name is Lam, also known as Heartfelt Artistry, and I currently live in Little Rock, Arkansas, in the United States. And my day job is a massage therapist, but I spend my nights doing acrylic pours and oil painting. I am currently going to art school with my dear friend here, Archana.
Okay, so I'm Archana Anand and I'm living in Los Angeles, and I have worked for past 8 years in technology sector, but now I quit that and I wanted to be a full-time artist, and I'm very happy doing that and living my dream of being an artist. So currently I'm doing that, and I'm very happy that I'm getting connected with so many different people from different countries, and we all are there joined in a artist community, and we are trying to give ourselves the best of best art, and we are experiencing so many, we are surrounded with so many talented artists.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's begin. So I will ask, so we will discuss few questions which have been sent to me by different people. So we can start with that. So one of the most common question which has been asked by so many people is to how to come up with the ideas. So the question is like we artists, we keep on creating new things. So how we artists come up with the new ideas? So I want some points you can give, and I will also give my points what I follow.
Yes, and for me, well, because I started out as an acrylic pouring artist, and that is really easy. Like there is no such thing as a blank canvas syndrome for a fruit artist, because you just mix, the colors you like and pour, and then you have a starting point right there. And then after that, you can do your own manipulation and get to the design or the effect you want. So to me, for fruit art, the most important inspiration or idea that comes from color combination. Like what colors should do I want to use? Do I do purple and green today, or red and blue, or do I want to do a rainbow spectrum of colors? Do I want to mix metallics with opaque? Or it's mostly about, for me anyway, it's mostly about color combination. Once I get the color scheme determined, then I have good starting point from there. But then when it comes to drawing or comes to painting, you know, actual oil painting, brush painting, then that's a different ball game. And as you can see, it's very daunting to start a new painting because you know you are going to spend hours working on it.
Right.
And if it doesn't turn out, it's going to suck. So yeah, so that is more intimidating. And that's one thing I love about taking art classes. And you have assignments that you have to do. So somebody's giving you ideas already. But when it comes to coming up with our own ideas, I go on Pinterest a lot.
Okay.
And I look for things that I'm interested in. And also I have certain ideas that what I want to paint. Like I like to draw and paint faces and figures. I like to paint dancers, and then there are certain but if I see a lovely landscape on Pinterest, I may save it to paint it sometime. So that's what Pinterest is for.
Okay. So basically, what I do, like generally, I see like everybody wants to draw things differently, but they try to see at things differently, like out of box. But what I feel, we should also see inside the box. We have to see things differently. We have to see different patterns, different angles, everything. And one of the habit which I follow is that whenever I go out, I see different motifs, different patterns, so I keep on drawing that. And it's kind of storing a like making a database of ideas. Maybe that pattern or that design we might not need currently, but we might need in future. So having a kind of making a database, that is a good way or good habit to like create an idea. And looking things differently, like how light falls on a leaf, or like in a city, like every city has its own architecture. Going out and painting that small architect quick sketch, this is the way you keep on like keep on making your mind to work on different things. And the more you paint, the more ideas you get. That is one thing which I actually do.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And sometimes inspiration can come from the most unexpected places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember this one time I went to the bathroom and I looked down on a piece of toilet paper. It's like, oh, there's an interesting pattern there. I could
Okay,
use it
that's good.
sometime.
Yeah. And not only like looking at things, we have to create a schedule, working and keep on working and keep on painting. The more you paint, the more ideas you get. That is how it is. So like two
Yes.
things, yeah. And also the most important thing is surrounding yourself with the artists, like different creative people. That is what like it will motivate you, keep make you to do things. That is also very important. And in the current scenario, it's very very important that we should be surrounded with lot of different creative people, which can also help us in some way and keep us motivated. So that is also, I feel like through that you can get some ideas.
That's very, very true. Is the synergy that when you communicate with other creative people, you get inspired. Yes, I feel that too. It is very important to keep that connection going.
Yeah, and one more thing, what I feel like we can get new ideas is that experimenting with different art supplies, like you can use a spray paint, you can use like mix, you can do so many mixed media techniques. So when you start experimenting and keeping your fear aside, that is the time when new ideas will come. And that is the time when you can create your own masterpieces, when because now we have so many tools and so many art supplies. We have crayons, we have pastels, we have spray paints, we have our traditional oil paint. Actually there's so many things are there. And I think we should also do a video on showing all the art supplies.
That's
That will be
right.
a fun video. And when we keep on trying different
Mm-hmm.
art supplies with different subjects, automatically it will become your own, it will become a very new style, very unique style that will help,
Mm-hmm.
that will help you to create new things. And basically, like for example, I have created this piece.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is my spirit animal.
Oh, that's yours.
So
Oh,
I
that's
have,
beautiful.
yeah, so I have to still write on that, about the spirit animal. So I have not written yet. I will post tomorrow. I will be writing on this. So this, because I've experimented with different patterns. So this is just an example. Like it's a normal horse, but I have not created like a horse. I've created with different colors, with
Mhm.
different background. So this is how you have to experiment. So once you start experimenting using a different art supply, so automatically a new idea will born, your style will be like, you will get your style.
That's exactly right. And also another thing is that uh, um, don't try to create great art. Don't try to create masterpiece because it doesn't happen
Yeah,
every time.
yeah, true.
Treat every piece of art as an experiment and
There
keep
will
your
be bad days
expectation
too.
open.
There will be bad days too, so we can't
Yeah.
just think that every day will be the good. Sometimes accidentally we feel okay, this is not going well, but at the end we feel it's a good piece. Sometimes we put a lot of effort, but we don't end up having a masterpiece. So we should not try to create masterpieces. We should keep on working. I totally agree with you.
Uh-huh. That's good. All right. So you want to move on to the next question?
Yeah, and one more thing I want to add is about having a sketchbook. Like you,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're traveling, you should always have a sketchbook. That is a very good practice. When you see things around, just make a quick sketch. That will also increase your observation power, and which will also help you to build on your like database. So we can move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, what is the secret of good work ethics in art world? So what is
Work
the good
every day.
work ethics you follow?
Work every day. Create every day. Doesn't matter what. Just create something every day. And if you can, if you want to be a full-time artist, if you have the time, then do it as much as you can. But even when you are that tired, even when you have like only 15 minutes, do a 15-minute sketch. Just do something.
So what basically I for me the best work ethic what I follow myself is having to do list. So I have two kinds of to do list. Is like one I have a whiteboard, small whiteboard, and one I have a diary kind of thing. So every night before sleeping, I just write it down like what I have to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So my painting schedule is divided into two parts. I paint like around 3 hours in the afternoon and 3 hours in the night. So I will make sure like I just write it down on the whiteboard what I am doing in which part of my painting. So having a schedule is very important. Second thing, I also make a schedule for a week, like what are the subjects I am going to touch on. So that making a schedule will keep you proactive. And the second thing what I can say, like which is very important to have a good work ethic, is that cleaning your brushes, cleaning
Oh,
your
yes.
palette. You should keep your studio very clean, especially cleaning your palette, cleaning your brushes, keeping a clean rug. These things are very important, because when you get up next day, when you think that everything is very clean,
Mm-hmm.
everything is perfect, so you will get motivated to go and paint. But if you think that your studio is not clean, then you will think, oh, I have to clean, and then you will just get discouraged in going and painting. So keeping your studio clean is also very important.
That's right. And also that would keep your brushes stay alive longer. And well, begun is half done. You know, we don't want to spend half an hour to an hour cleaning up before we start working every day.
Yeah. So like when we get up, we are fresh, like our mind is fresh. But if we have not kept our studio clean, so it will not, like, it's a very bad work ethic, I can say. So if anybody is practicing, because before I also don't used to do this, but when I started using this, I feel very motivated to paint, to see everything is neat and clean. So I just get attracted and I just go to my canvas and I start painting. So daily I clean my brush, palettes, then rugs, everything I clean daily. So that what I feel is very important.
Yes. What do you use as your rags?
I generally use my old like t-shirts or something, and I just beforehand only I just cut it and keep it in a box, so it's like it should be kept clean nicely. Like yesterday only I was cutting, so I make small pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And why I make small pieces, because what happened, we tend to use rugs too much and it becomes dirty, and if we are cleaning our brushes with dirty rugs, so again it become your painting become gray and you don't get that true color. So I just keep small pieces and I just
Mm-hmm.
throw, like in one painting maybe I'm using 4 or 5 rugs, it's like that.
Oh yes, me too. I keep using them, throwing them out, and I go to Goodwill. It's my favorite store. I go to Goodwill and I see what color is half off, and then I get T-shirt that has a half off color on it.
That's great. And one more thing, what I feel like when I get like, if I'm working on some painting and I'm not able to, if I'm painting something and I get stuck, what that time what I do, I generally tell myself, okay, if I complete this work within these many hours, I will reward myself. Maybe small reward, like suppose if I'm not eating any sweet, so I will just say, okay, if I complete this within this many hours, I will reward myself. Or I can eat ice cream or something like that. I
Oh,
do to keep pushing myself to complete the work.
yeah. For me, if I get stuck, I just put it aside and move on to another one. And
Okay.
yeah, because I if I try too hard, it doesn't usually work out.
We spoil it. Generally, we spoil it.
Yeah, I've ruined some paintings because of overworking. So
Yeah,
usually,
actually, we never feel that our painting is complete. We keep on working and we keep on thinking, okay, this we can improve, that we can improve. But we have to make a decision and we have to stop actually.
yes, at some point we just have to decide enough is enough, and that to me is the hardest.
Yeah, it's really hard. So,
Yeah.
but when I start seeing that I'm spoiling, then I will say, okay, this is the end point, just stop it. I just say to myself, okay, just stop it. If you're going ahead of this, you're going to spoil it.
I know, but it is like we have this ideal that we want it to look like this, or we just have this high ideal. And when we feel that our art is not matching that ideal, then we want to keep working.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes that is my hang up because I feel that that if I just put a few more brushstroke there, it might look better. Well, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We have to take a decision. Okay, now we have to stop that. So that is one very good work ethic like you should follow. So we can move on to next
Mhm.
question. And we will, if somebody is asking question online, we can even answer that if somebody is interested in knowing something.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, what's next?
okay. So what are the bad habits of an artist? Like, what are the bad habits we can get into it when we are painting and all?
Well, to me, my personal bad habit is that I don't sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I stay up to 4 or 5 in the morning, and then, well, sometimes I'm not tired at all. When you are in the zone, in the
Yeah.
middle of the flow, you just keep going. You don't feel time and you don't feel tired. But sometimes when I'm just like, really overly tired, but I was like, but I need to finish this. I need to finish this. That is usually when things go wrong.
So what I feel like in what I do, like sometimes it happens, I just procrastinate things. So that is the worst thing I can do. Generally, procrastinating your work. So that is one thing I really struggle, but still I have improved a lot. I try to do things now, but that is what I felt most of the artists do, procrastinating their work. Like we think of something and we think, okay, we will do it tomorrow, but we don't do it tomorrow. Again, it goes to
Mm-hmm.
next day. So that is one thing I feel procrastinating. That is what I struggle.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very easy to do.
Yeah, and secondly, what I feel, I see most of the artists, like I see when I've gone to many of the art fairs and all, artists keep on comparing themselves to other artists. That is one of the biggest challenge which new artists face, like comparing yourself to some other artist.
Mm-hmm.
So that is still I see really very bad habit, I will say, because your art is your art, your style is your style. You can't compare. Like suppose if you're an abstract artist, or you can't compare yourself somebody who is doing a realistic work,
Yeah,
or
yes.
even yeah, because that is what make you an artist, that is what makes you an artist, like that is what separate, like that is your niche. You can't keep on comparing yourself. And now in the social media, like people are so crazy and they keep on seeing number of followers and all. See, that is again, it's driving people crazy. So that is I think currently people are suffering a lot because of
Well, yes, and it comes to the artist's mindset. Like, of course, we want to produce the best quality art that we can create, and it is very easy to look at somebody's art and say, oh, I wish I could paint like that. Oh, I wish I could use colors like that. I wish I could make compositions like that. And there are millions of talented artists, incredible artists out there that we can admire every day. And if we just look at them and feel diminished inside, then we'll never be able to create any art. We will never feel that we can measure up. But that is not true. And I I, t- I try to see it, not saying that I succeed in doing that, but I try to see it as a motivation factor. Like if I see someone who has really great art, like you have really great art, I really admire your paintings, and
even I admire yours. I really love your colors.
so I love yours, and so I will look at your art and say, oh, that's really beautiful. Is there something that I can learn from that I can incorporate in my painting? Well, I really love your use of colors. My color scheme is very different. Like, even though we use the same brand oil paint,
Yeah, true.
yes, but we just mix colors differently.
Yeah, that is what. Like everybody use same colors, same brushes, same canvas, but everybody is doing things differently.
Yes, and that's the beauty of creating art, because that is so much an expression of who we are. So even though I know I will never mix colors like you do, but I still, look at your art and say, okay, there's something I can learn that can help me improve.
True,
That.
true. And one more thing which I feel that is very, like many artists do, and even sometimes I also do, that is leaving your artwork incomplete. That is one of the biggest bad habits. Like even though if you like, you should always complete your artwork. You should never leave your artwork incomplete. Because sometimes happens like you're doing overdoing, and suddenly you feel like, okay, now I don't want to do, and you leave your artwork incomplete. That is one of the biggest like bad habit any artist can have, leaving your artwork incomplete, even though even if it's not coming 100%, even if it's coming 70%, 80%, take decision and complete it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're complete, you can put it in front of any of the critics or any way. But if you have not completed, then it's of no, like no question, you have your all your effort is wasted. So I feel leaving your artwork incomplete is again very, like it's a bad habit.
Well, yes, but I feel that it comes from, some kind of insecurity because, you know, if we're working on a piece and we're not happy with it, then we're like, okay, if I finish it, I put it out there, I am going to face so many criticism, and that's really scary. Yeah, so might as well just abandon it now. And who was that say? Is that Da Vinci that said that a painting is never finished, it's only abandoned? Yes, and he was famous of abandoning his projects, even though he was one of the greatest painters in art history.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that shows to me that it is a very real daily challenge that we artists face, is that, again, that self-doubt and like lack of confidence, that insecurity in us, and really putting the first brushstroke on a blank canvas, it takes courage. And then putting the last stroke on the canvas takes even more courage.
True. I totally agree with you. And I really like the way you explained it, because I can feel that. Because whenever we start a new thing, we know what we feel, and whenever we complete that, we know what we feel. It takes effort, because you are experimenting and you're trying new things. So, and moreover, every time it should be like that, because we are learning new things. Like art, no artist can say that he or she is a master. We are keep on learning. And now so many different media is coming, like digital art and so many things, like people are keep on learning. So nobody can say he or she is master. Everybody is master in their own way. So that fear is there. But again, we have to keep on motivating ourselves and keep on doing.
Well, to me, the most important thing is the excitement that keeps me going, because honestly, I don't really want to be a master. I don't want to feel that I have mastered a medium of master, a field, because that means nothing more to learn, nothing more to experiment. Then that would be boring. Then I'll be ready to move on to something else.
True.
Yeah, and the beauty to me in artistry is that we are never there. We'll never get there.
True. I think journey is more interesting and more fun than reaching to the some top or something like that, because we are so connected. We know like what journey we are going and how much excitement it creates. Actually it helps you to live your life. Actually, if you see, if you are mastered in everything and if you know everything, there is nothing to unlock, then it become very monotonous and you don't feel that excited in your life. So I think the journey itself is so exciting and so much fun to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as we progress, as we get more practice, we may get more skilled. But I want to constantly keep that excitement, keep that newbie kind of feeling, that I want to be a perpetual newbie. That's always like, oh, there's so much more to learn. That's so exciting.
True. So Lam, do you have any question from anybody? Do you want to share something? Any other questions or anything? Should we take up any other question?
Well, yes. Does anyone have any questions to ask? Any of
I
our?
think I think they are listening to us.
Okay, well, then we can talk some more.
Yeah. So do you have any personal questions or anything like you want to share, something like that, like how you
Well,
manage time or something you want to give any inputs in that?
okay. So when you're working in your studio, like, do you have any like special studios setting? Oh,
Is there a question?
oh, thank you, Sang Rap. I was just reading comment.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, let's say, do you listen to any songs, any rap, or anything to help you keep going on your painting?
Sometimes like sometimes I switch something on my laptop and I keep on painting. But I can't say it helped me. It is something just going on. But okay, it's okay to listen to music, or sometimes I just put old movies and it keep on going on my laptop and I keep on painting. So but sometimes I be very focused and I don't see anything, I just like on my work. So it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and sometimes, well, I like to put on my playlist and use it as some background noise. Yeah, because I grew up in Hong Kong and it's a big city. There's always tons of noise going on. So I find, I mean, even after all these years I've lived in the US, I still feel that I work better when there is a certain level of background noise going on.
Okay. So it's different way you get motivated, and like it's a different way of working actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also remember that there's that one video uh, of Demetra when she was like, oh, that was like the first alla prima that she had us do. Is like you have to time yourself, so you may want to put up some fast-paced music so to help you
Yeah,
paint faster.
true, true. Listening, it helps. I think it helps sometimes if you listen to a fast-paced music, it will help you to paint fast. So sometimes we become very slow in painting. We can't take decision that quickly, especially in case of alla prima where we have to make very quick decision because we have to complete our painting in 1.5 hour to 2 hours. So maybe during that time it can help. Listening to a fast music can help.
Yeah, so it
and
did.
even in and even in the abstract painting,
Mm-hmm.
like which I have done recently, I was listening to the music and keeping my eyes closed, and I can see the brush, like I can see how brush is moving, how the strokes are coming up. So that is what from imagination I have painted abstract. So yes, even I agree that music do help.
Yes, it does. But well, I don't think it helped me paint that much faster. I'm still a slow worker.
Even I'm a slow painter, I can say. But when we have to do alla prima, then we have to be fast.
Yeah. Well, to me, 4 hours is fast. I have never, when she said hour and a half, give me 3 hours.
Yeah, true. And one thing is there oil we can keep on painting. Like just we can because we can it's oil. We can correct our mistakes. We can add colors. So many things we can do. But when it is like acrylic, it dries so fast. So it's difficult in that.
Yes, and yeah, and since I started in fruit art, when I do pours, it's like you only get one chance. If you messed up, you mess up. Yeah, yeah. So it's fun that all different mediums have different skill sets, and when we mix them, that's what makes it fun to mix it all up and see what happens.
True. So, Lam, any more question or should we end now?
Um, what do you think?
I think we have talked enough for today.
Yes, that's
Again, we will
right.
come up with different session, and we really thank people who have joined and listened to us. And we will come with next time. We will come with more different kind of sessions where we will be showing our painting. We will talking of different styles which we paint,
Mhm.
and different kinds of stuff, and also with different art supplies. So we are planning to do different kind of videos, so we will be coming up in future. So looking forward to meet everybody once again.
That's right. Stay tuned. We have more live streams for you.
Okay,
See you next
so
time.
yeah, it was really fun, Lam, having you in this streaming.
Yes,
So
great talking
thanks.
to you.
Yeah, same here. Okay,
Mhm.
bye.
Bye. So, what do you think? I hope you enjoy it. I certainly had a lot of fun chatting with Archana. She is such an amazing artist and she has such wonderful insight. And I love her art. Now you can check out her art on Instagram. I put her handle down in the description box. Also check out my work as well. I have so many more paintings that I didn't get around to edit the process videos to put it on YouTube. but you can find the paintings themselves posted on Instagram. Also, I have just started my own Facebook group. It's called Heartfelt Art by Lam, and I'm going to do more live chats on my artistic process and also my artistic vision, and also discussions about arts in general. And that is going to be intimate, and I want to share my artistic journey with my friends. So please go check that out. Thank you very much for watching this video. I enjoy your company, and you have a great day. I'll see you next time.